on the thingies, and we transition over to the transition screen. Hello, and welcome back to Dying of Exsanguination presents...
Success.
No, Dying of Exposure presents Dying of Exsanguination, Curse of Strahd. My name is Steve. I am your game mommy, and I am joined by my we're gonna call it Lucky Devil Strahd Quad. Say hello, Lucky Devil Strahd Quad.
Hello,
Lucky
Devil
Strahd Quad.
Yeah, we're doing some cool things in this session, but first we should recap last session. So in the last session of Curse of Strahd, some stuff happened. Nothing too big. Scratch had wandered off while trying to avoid being noticed further. Belladonna had a conversation with her patron, and Mwezi-Mwezi and Esther spotted Rictavio feeding a bit of raw meat to his wagon, and did not approach, and instead disappeared. They also dodged different potential things that they might run into. There was also a potential run-in with what's her name? Lady Wachter and her spy / assistant Ernst, who disappeared into but with an invisibility spell and very poor performance on Esther's part, they managed not to make themselves known, and Mwezi-Mwezi was able to get back to the Blue Water Inn before Lady Wachter arrived. Esther, Belladonna, and Mwezi-Mwezi all exited out the side entrance, because conveniently, having not looked at the map of the Blue Water Inn, I made a very convenient place for them to just exit without even having to really roll much stealth, without being in Lady Wachter's sight, and then went looking for Scratch, because no one had seen Scratch for several hours. After exploring a little bit more via the Toucan Sam-like nose of Mwezi-Mwezi, knowing Scratch's scent so well, they tracked Scratch to behind a new business called Vallaki Lettering. The business itself was closed, but behind it, a small shack was like ever so gently alight with light through the window. Upon exploration, they were greeted by Sister Catherine, who opened the doors and gestured them to come inside to this small little lean-to shed on the back of this building, to which they saw a doorway and a downstairs to enter. And as they entered the downstairs, they found themselves in a smoky gambling hall speakeasy situation, where indeed Scratch was sitting at one of the tables, and all gathered around Scratch, to where Esther saw someone that Esther has not seen in a lot of years, the form of her first husband, sitting there happily gambling and laughing away with others. And I believe, I can't remember who it was. Was it Mwezi-Mwezi?
Who realized that they weren't people?
That no one, Mwezi-Mwezi, however, went very still. Despite the laughter and eating and warmth, there were no heartbeats and no breath and no living smell. There's not the smell of death, but there's not the smell of life in this room. And this is where we're going to return. But we're going to start with Scratch. Scratch, let's put on some mood music.
All right.
Scratch, you were trying to avoid being spotted. You kind of ran into the out at the the Arasak stockyard, out in the stockyard. You'd been approached by like the general store owners, were like moving your way around things. You were still doing kind of recon and everything, and it just never seemed like the right time for you to be able to reinsert yourself in the rotation of watching Rictavio's Wagon of Wonders. So you were headed back to the Blue Water Inn to connect up with Belladonna, and then maybe you.
Damn it!
I'm still there. My mind's still
Will,
jogging.
are you able to
there
hear me
we go.
now? There we go.
Yep. Now we hear you.
Yeah. Maybe, maybe not. Let's start closing things. Maybe we won't have fun jazz music. Okay.
So sad.
So sad.
I like fun jazz.
You know what?
That's okay.
We're gonna disconnect
You can
certain
add it in
things.
post.
I'm not going to, but I just need you to know
You
that
want
won't
to scrub
happen.
through the whole thing and do like a lot of intensive editing?
No, I barely. I only realized right before session that the upload from Twitch direct to YouTube did not work, and then re-exported the episode and uploaded it. So last episode uploaded like 5 minutes before, or like 20 minutes ago.
Notification.
But nonetheless, Scratch, can you give me a wisdom save as you're wandering back, trying to connect up to the Blue Water Inn? Because there was never really a good time for you to circle back to the stockyard and everything.
Sure thing. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You notice something that you did not notice, Scratch, before. A business who, the reason that you noticed it is because its sign was closing, or rather someone was closing up the shop. On the way back to the stockyard, there's a business kind of off the along the main kind of road through Vallaki, called the Vallaki Letters. And it kind of looks like a printing shop. You see somebody just like a young woman, red hair, kind of nondescript, kind of close up the shop along with another couple people, and then walk around. But as they kind of walk around, you see them like glancing at you and trying to. Basically, you notice people trying to play it cool as you're walking by. They spot you. You can catch that they whisper.
Makes eye contact.
Yeah.
Scratch makes eye contact with one of the looky-loos and is just like, just kind of, gives it, what's up?
The redheaded woman kind of waves her fingers at you, and then goes out because it's like getting into nighttime at this point. It's kind of evening where we're at right now. And goes, hey, you new in town? Haven't seen you before.
Oh yeah, just passing through.
Passing through. You staying the night, or are you wandering on the road late at night?
Oh no, we'll be here for a couple days probably.
Oh.
Definitely got to catch that fair coming into town.
Yep, that's gonna be something. Well, you're not from around these parts, are you?
Oh no, I come from a place called the Fold.
No idea where that
Heard of it
is.
here.
Yeah, no idea where that is, and absolutely not surprising. I could tell you didn't have a Barovian accent of any kind of region.
Yeah, I'm also a short cat.
Well, I mean, there's that, but magic and such. I don't know. Maybe you just like looking like a short cat. I know a taller. Well, I mean, not like cat, more like lion person.
Really?
Yeah. But you I don't know, you busy or something? I was just about to, me and my buddies here, we're just about to get some drinks and do a little gambling.
So Scratch will take a moment to just kind of like mentally pace out where she is versus where the water, the inn is.
Yeah,
The
Blue Water Inn.
Inn.
Blue Water Inn is kind of in the center of Vallaki, so I would say it would take like 7 minutes from where you're currently at to
Okay, just like a casual walking pace.
yeah, it's
All
like
right.
it's a few blocks kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
not
and plus it's like on the main path. So
yeah.
yeah, Scratch like takes a moment to consider that. It's just like, yeah, sure, some drinks and some games sounds fun.
You got time to kill, and Belladonna was looking for at least some privacy. So so you wander back, and she's like, all right, this is going to seem super suspicious. I need you to I know that it looks suspicious, but
That's a fun way to open.
it's back behind behind the store here. It's back behind the print shop here.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, and so she and her friends lead you back around the corner.
Real quick,
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
Scratch goes into the establishment, um, now you said that they already tracked me down and located me. Did they say? Did you? Was it determined how?
What,
Because I figure I
the
could
people
leave,
from the
like,
general
a
store?
little. No, the rest of the crew.
The rest of the group found you in there gambling.
Right. Did was it
Oh,
clear how?
they found you because Mwezi-Mwezi is able to basically, if Scratch ever goes anywhere, Mwezi-Mwezi can smell Scratch and hunt Scratch like a hunting dog.
Nice.
And so it's just
Okay.
your normal scent.
All right. So Scratch doesn't know this at that moment.
Yeah.
So what she's gonna do is she's gonna like take one of her playing cards
Mhm.
because I have a playing card set from the
Mhm.
fold.
Yeah.
So they're fairly unique. And she's gonna take one of the, I don't know, face cards. I don't know what the decks look like in the fold,
Mhm.
but take one of the face cards, the Ace of Spades equivalent,
Mhm.
and just kind of quietly try and surreptitiously just like wedge it in the gate or like something somewhere that can be seen from the path.
Yeah. Yeah. You do that. You don't need to sleight of hand it. No insight check. You're getting real normie energy from these people. Like
Okay, good.
you suspect maybe they're like, oh, new person in town, we're gonna bring them to the casino, maybe get some money out of them, kind of thing. Get them a little gambly, but like nothing like super nefarious. And they bring you back to it. So in the back of this store is like essentially what looks like a shack that is like, it's not built as part of the store, but it is up against the store, like a lean-to shack. And they open up the door. It's got like one little like window, 4-panel window in it. They open up the door. There's barely any room, but she quickly moves to connect up the or to open up the what's the word? Open up like a door that looks like it's going to go into the back of the building, but actually goes in the stairs down. And she's like, it's a little speakeasy we have below the business and everything. We keep it. It's not so much a secret as it is out of sight, out of mind kind of thing for the Baron.
Scratch is kind of delighted at this.
Yeah. And you can hear like some dull amount of noise coming down from the steps. And you the other three kind of walk down in front of you, assuming you're going to follow them in. And when you head down the steps, you see this. I'll go over there. You see what you as a player can see right now, minus obviously the other characters. And there's a bar kind of straight back from the door, and there's a stage kind of off to the right, and a nice fireplace, and it's smoky and it's warm, but it's warm and inviting, and everybody's kind of like laughing and gambling or like chit-chatting and stuff. And it's pretty busy in here, honestly. There's at least like well over a dozen people like in this little kind of space. Probably closer to like 20 or so as you walk on down and get yourself set up at a or get yourself down there. Now, assuming it's roughly laid out as it is, a Scratch, is there anything when you see these multiple card tables, some sort of dice rolling game on there? There's performers kind of tuning up to get their stage shows showing, a bartender. Like, what does Scratch gravitate to or do in this kind of initial moment?
Well, initially, she's probably gonna like follow the people who like led her in,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like get a sense of like, okay, are they gonna have to be like, it's cool she was with us, or is she on her own now?
So the redhead does sit down at a relatively full table there in the kind of like right at the table nearest the entryway. But the other two, but
Okay.
she gestures for you to go. You know, if you want to gamble, find a table. Roy over here will help you, and that's a blonde gentleman with kind of glasses, with spectacles and everything, and everything. So it does sort of separate up to do that. But you also notice that
Mhm.
like lots of people like take a break from a hand, get up, go get a beverage, go talk to someone else at another table. This doesn't look like it's this does look like a town haunt, if you will.
Cool, cool.
With
Okay. It's not like a secret society thing where I walk in and then all eyes turn towards me. Like,
no,
what are you
no,
doing
no,
here?
no. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool.
definitely like
All right.
if you're in here, someone probably told you about it, and that's fine. Um, uh,
Sure.
uh,
All right. Okay. In that case, Scratch is gonna go over to the bar, grab a drink, and then probably wander over to Roy and just be like, "Hey,
hey,
what can you tell me about the games here?"
uh, well, we've got a lot of games to play here, but we're just kind of warming up with a little bit of five card. You ever play like five card poker? You know, five cards, four suits, one through 13 kind of thing. That sound
Yeah,
familiar to
yeah.
you?
Got something real similar to
Yeah,
like that where I'm from.
yeah.
I'm sure I could
And
pick it up.
Roy kind of briefly explains the rules to you, and it's not dissimilar enough to a lot of games in the that you've played before. There's a couple minor rule differences, but for our purposes, it's five card, a five card with a draw phase poker in the most classic style. So you all
No
sit.
stud, no Omaha.
No Omaha, just straight, and it's like aces high, same sorts of full house and straights. And he's like, there are other games being played at some of the other tables, but we always like to like warm up a little bit with something simple that we all know how to bet around and everything. And you can see that they're tossing in just like coppers, like nobody's playing for like super high stakes here. It's kind of friendly. There is food to be ordered, and there's someone walking around serving the food for you. And there's also, of course, they can also go up and get you a drink. And as you said, you see that like the mode seems to be that someone tells the table if they want to get up for a hand or two, that they're gonna be back. And they just kind of trust that people are not going to be weird about it and then like hold a spot for like an hour
Yeah.
and everything.
Okay.
But so Scratch, I'm gonna have you roll a d20 that's a general luck check, and then
Mhm.
a d20 that is a I guess it's got to be a perception check again because it's very much a vibes check.
Yeah. Okay. Which table am I sitting at? Do I pick myself, or will Roy guide me to one?
You are at the table on the map that will soon be revealed. You are at the table that your token is sitting at right now. Roy is to
Okay.
your left, or Roy is to the left on the map, and then
Mhm.
another woman who I've yet to name is on the right.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
but
All
yeah,
right.
that's where you go. And in your couple of hours or so, at times, the redheaded
Mhm.
woman that greeted you has sat down and played a couple hands at your table when people have peeled off from her table and such. And people kind of move around and visit. You get the idea that most of the people here, like you're not the only new person probably, but that a lot of the people here know each other.
Okay. All right. Here's my luck check. Flat D20. I got an 18.
All right. And then what about your perception check? Let's do that.
Perception. Wow, Jesus. All right, I'm keeping this D20. I rolled a 19 plus 3, 22.
Um, uh, so
I
for
rolled
the
a 17, 18, and 19 so far.
for the perception, you're doing or for the perception, you're not clocking anything particularly out of the ordinary, other than the fact that you haven't seen anyone like leave or like exit as far as you've noticed. Now it will only have been a few hours, or like 2 to 3 hours, but it is a little surprising. You haven't seen anybody like exit the speakeasy since you got here. And you haven't really seen anyone else come in new. Which would begin to worry you. But a band starts playing and some people take some time to kind of like watch the band and such. Food is being served. You're not noticing anything else though. You're not noticing any like
Okay.
particularly odd behaviors or anyone like watching you or watching anything other than their table.
Anything unusual during like casual chit chat during the game? Do I learn anything interesting?
We'll get to your what you learn
Okay.
roll. Part of that is the luck check. But since you rolled so high on your luck check, would you say that Scratch would predominantly play with coppers or is coppers or silvers?
Yeah. Yeah, coppers, especially if everybody else around here is playing coppers.
Okay, give
She's
me
not gonna try and high roll everyone.
give me a D100 roll then, please, Scratch.
D100. Yeah, I never get to roll these.
Just play Call of Duty.
96.
That's a really good roll. Multiply by that by 10 if you like. Or rather, you are up nine gold and 6 silver for the evening so far. Because you rolled an 18. So you're up a total of 9 gold, 6 silver, or 960 copper pieces. Is what you've slowly been making a decent sum from people. And
Go ahead. How much should I subtract just for like, buying rounds of food and drinks for people at the table?
Round it down to just 9 gold even. Take the 6 silver off. That'll cover lots of like drinks and food and stuff. But now we're going to bring us to the same time as everyone else, and we're going to shift over to this screen here. And all of the things, all of the items are all screwed up. Let's see if I can fix it real fast. No, I've done hosed it. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna fix the overlay real quickly. While I'm fixing the overlay, Scratch, right as it becomes like, okay, it's been a couple hours, I haven't seen anyone come in. You see people come in, more specifically, Mwezi-Mwezi, Esther, and Belladonna roll into this place and kind of beeline for you. Mwezi-Mwezi, Esther, and Belladonna all kind of roll up to where Scratch is, happily gambling and having a nice conversation with what you see on the map here, which is definitely now in kind of like the real positioning of everyone.
Scratch is like, as soon as she sees them, she's like, hey, motions them over. It's like, hey, can I get you guys anything? You can see like the pile of chips, or I guess probably the actual coppers or whatever in front of her.
Yeah, everyone's gambling with like real money.
Yeah.
Yep. Sister Scratch, we have been so worried. So the first thing to tell you, the noble lady, she's after us in particular. Anyway, I will sit down and join you.
Then,
Oh, I want to
yeah,
give actually.
You need not be too worried. It seems you are doing very well, unless you had more gold than that elf before we got here.
oh no, this is all winnings. But yeah, have a seat. Let's get dealt in if you wanna. If you want some drinks, feel free to pay for it out of my stack of winnings here. But yeah. So oh, and this is Roy. Roy has been kind of showing me around the place, and this is, I assume I would have gotten her name, but the other lady who's been playing with
Becca.
us all night. This is Becca.
Hello, Roy.
And
Hello, Rebecca.
they both wave at all of y'all, and friendly
Belladonna
likes.
won't hesitate to pull up a chair. Yeah. Already ordering a drink.
Already,
So-
just why not?
Yeah.
So,
So
please,
it's
I was invited to the table. Belladonna's not unfamiliar with being invited to a card table.
so Sister Scratch, have you noticed that everyone in here are ghosts? I think something, I don't really know. Like, I'm trying to whisper this, be a little bit more quiet. So
Yeah.
definitely could take like a stealth check if necessary.
So Scratch like kind of nods and like tries to play it cool and like look around the room to see what she sees. She's gonna act like she's looking over at the lion guy because she has been like casting glances over at the lion guy all night. So she's just gonna act like she's kind of doing that again. But what does Scratch notice anything untowards once it's pointed
You
out?
can roll perception, but I'd actually rather you roll something like an arcana or a religion or like
Yeah,
maybe an insight check.
I'll do Arcana.
There we go.
That is an 8.
You don't notice anything different, but you do think, as part of your luck check, you've touched these people. They don't feel like ghosts in the way that they feel like people. Like you've had things handed to you. Roy's clapped you on the back, and clapped
Yeah,
you on the
okay.
back. Like you've touched.
Okay. So Scratch is skeptical. She trusts that Mwezi-Mwezi is alarmed by something,
Mhm.
but she just kind of like looks back at him and like, not trying to call too much attention to like too much whispering back and forth. She just kind of looks at him and just like
What do we have for food?
Um,
And or gets orders some food and
Yeah.
eats his nervousness away.
as you don't, as
Oh,
you
oh,
hear
yeah.
your 4 heartbeats, and the 4 of your heartbeats, and nothing else as far as like vitality in this room and everything,
This
and you
is the
can't
only-
smell like
This is
anything.
yeah. This is a bad place.
Scratch is trying to figure out if Mwezi-Mwezi means morally or like in a safety way.
Oh,
'Cause
it's a bad place for Sister Esther. I don't think these people will like her very much, she told us. And that was
Out of-
not done subtly at all, done exactly like that.
Quick out of character question. Roy is the one that looks like Esther's first husband, right? Was he also named Roy?
No, Roy is not the one who looks
Roy's
like
not.
Esther's
Oh,
first
okay.
husband. Esther, the person you're seeing, and they don't have to look exactly like this, but the person you're seeing is sitting at this table right here. The NPC with the goatee in there, or with the like simple beard and short hair. Esther, what are you doing right now?
Esther is just fully uncharacteristically silent. Occasionally, like glancing up over at that table. She, with no insight check, will look exactly like she's just seen a ghost. And is not making any of her usual like snide comments or like ordering anything. I also would like to see if anybody down here is wearing any like religious attire as well. Like, is this a threat to me immediately for having religious iconography?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, it's almost so good. How's a 7?
Know what? You don't see any, like, there's nothing. Certainly, you take a glance at the walls above the hearth and everything. You're not seeing anything religious of any sort here.
Yeah, I guess just like half-heartedly, Esther would just kind of like wave at Mwezi, and just be like, "Oh, yeah, but it's people worshiping Lathandar, yeah, sure, yeah," and it's just fully like leaned over, just like,
Does Scratch clock what Esther's concerned about, or does she just assume that it's the same thing that Muzzy's concerned about?
I think you would
I guess
assume.
there's
I guess it's
any
like,
good at
are you glancing over at this person just very occasionally, or are you like deadlocked staring at them,
not
covering your
deadlocked,
mouth, trying not to be ill?
she's making a really good attempt to not be like seen by the other like table, but it's a constant like her eyes are naturally drifting over there every 2 seconds.
Esther, give me a stealth check. Anyone, and we'll see if it passes. Everyone can look at their passive perception, and if it's below a passive perception, I think I'll.
12.
I noticed.
Oh, I noticed.
Okay, so Scratch and Mwezi-Mwezi
Belladonna
both
is
clock this.
Maybe Belladonna is just sitting in an awkward spot.
Yeah, feel free
Yeah, okay.
to.
So Scratch clocks this, and she doesn't say anything, but she like waits for Esther's eyes to drift back over to her and try to catch eye contact, and then kind of glance over at him, like.
Ghost,
Is-
I told you.
What kind of place did they tell you that this was, Scratch? It's so interesting in here.
Just gambling and drinks. Seems like a local speakeasy kind of place.
And you asked no further follow-up questions.
No,
Are
seems
there any
pretty.
follow-up questions need to be asked?
Yeah, right.
I
Seems pretty.
secret camp. Frankly, I feel like I would have thought that this would be exactly the kind of bullshit you would be on, Esther. Lying, gambling, cheating things.
You
Yeah,
know,
right.
yes, actually, and you're so right. And here am I, spoiling all the fun for everybody. Deal me a next hand. I'll throw a copper down.
Okay.
And
I have game systems for this. So all of
Oh.
you have the opportunity to win some money down here. And down here, I have. You can see that at the table Scratch is at, it's pretty simple poker. What that would involve is rolling 5d12. 10, 11, and 12 are the face cards, so it's slightly less than a normal deck of cards, right? So 10, 11, and 12 are face cards. And then you put in what you want. You can then ask to re-roll, and then highest hand wins. But I'm not going to roll against you. Essentially, it's going to be more like video poker, where you have a basic payout. So it's pairs, two pairs, 3 of a kind, full house, straight. And then royal straight, and then it's the same for so that's that game. Then there is another card game happening at the table that Esther's husband is at, that is about rolling pairs of dice, and pairs of d20s, and the goal is to beat everyone at the table with two higher set a pair of cards. The third card table is you roll a d6 and a d20, and you multiply that, and you are basically bluffing and doing bluff checks to do to try and bluff that you have the higher hand than anyone else, and it only reveals when everyone's either agreed to reveal or is folded, and everything. So you get dealt one card, and then you get dealt the 6 modifier or multiplier, and then you go from that, and then you have a couple rounds of like basically bluffing before you have to reveal. And then the dice game that's being played at the long table is literally a D100, and you can put money on either odds, evens, or what number it will be, or several numbers, and it's basically craps. Or it's basically roulette. But they're rolling it with dice, and so they have 2d10 a percentile dice and everything like that, and then but they have the 100 spots and everything. And that is the games. And so do any of you want to, you don't have to play any of these games, but do any of you want to play games? Scratch was rolling for kind of a broad set of time, but this would be something that you could engage in to win a fair amount of money. The minimal payout is 2 to 1. So even on the table you're on, which is like the kind of lowest multiplier, if you just have a pair, you automatically get 2 times whatever you bet it.
What game is being played at the table that the lion's sitting at?
That is the one where it's the 20 and the 6. So you roll d20 first,
Okay.
and you bluff, and then you roll a d6 and you bluff, or you attempt to bluff, and that'll be like a deception check.
Our actual deception checks with that, like as.
Yep.
It'll be our actual bluff check, not the internal game mechanic. And that's where I'm going.
So yeah, because the game,
lying.
Yeah, the lying game. And you can line up at whatever table you want. If multiple of you want to go to the same table, I'll just move the appropriate NPCs sort of out of the way, or we'll just add a seat, and everything like that. It's not like there's like a hard limit to this. It's not based off chairs. There you can, of course, if you can subtly cast it, use magic to cheat, use each other to cheat, obviously normal type things. This is going to be the fastest way you have the opportunity to win money or earn money in the game. However, if whatever you put up, obviously you can lose.
Okay.
And so, do any of you want to play some poker while we're sitting here, or want to gamble while we're sitting here? And you don't have to. I have things to kind of basically what'll happen is if some people are playing and some people aren't, no matter what, as a mixed group, I'm going to have you all kind of roll initiative for kind of turn order. And then I have other stuff going on as things that other people can do that don't want to play a game.
So I want to essentially, Sister Esther, do not worry. I will play the games with you, and if there's trouble, I'll be right there.
Right.
So yeah, whatever Esther plays, I'll play, which I think is probably the poker. Or
Yeah, I'd probably stay at the table that I'm currently at.
Okay, so that means that Belladonna, you're going over to the bluffing game, correct? Scratch.
Wander over with her.
Scratch, you're going to go over. We'll just rotate out this person.
Yeah.
You'll position over here.
You forgot to save a seat.
And then bup and bup. There you go.
Scratch nods at the line as she sits down and tries to see if there's any like recognition or interest or just any reaction at all in the line's face.
Give me, so there will be, but give me a persuasion check. We're gonna see how affable the lion is to you, just by nature.
Right.
It's almost like a luck check.
3.
Lion looks at you, nods, 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 holds up a paw hand with they're already smoking a cigar. The other person at the table is already smoking a cigar. Holds up 2 cigars, looks at both you and Belladonna. It's like offers
Yes,
2.
please.
Yeah, offers cigars. Lion
I thought
opens
we
up.
could just take it without thinking.
Scratch, give me an insight check as the lion removes a mechanical device from their coat. Or an Arcana. You could do it Arcana if you're better at Arcana.
Oh, okay. That's even better. 22.
You watch as the lion produces something that you would have seen in the fold a fair amount, or a contraption like it. It's a mechanical device that's roughly about the size of like about half of a palm size, and it flips open a lid and triggers a couple buttons, and you recognize a magical mechanical mixture of produce flame and something that allows that produce flame to continue on. So it casts produce flame, so it works like a lighter, but instead of a wick, it has a little produce flame cantrip on it that like lights it up, and he lights both of your cigars for you. And he goes, and it's the lion that explains the rules to you, and just kind of looks at all of you. But for now, I'm going to have you all roll initiative.
Already?
This has to be all of us, right? Because same
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, you're all gambling, so
9.
17.
17, 9.
What the fuck?
Or turn order
Oh.
doesn't matter too much in here.
8.
8 for Mwezi-Mwezi, 9 for Scratch, 17 for Belladonna, and what was it for Esther?
16.
16. So it's Belladonna, Esther, Scratch, and Mwezi-Mwezi. So we're going to start with Belladonna. Belladonna and Esther both might as well, since they're both. Oh, no. You're playing different games. Belladonna and Scratch both roll your d20s. Since you're both at this table. But Belladonna, you see the lion across from you and a person that looks like they've either not taken a shower and spent time just cleaning up fireplaces for a living because they look like their skin is covered in ash, or someone whose skin is actually gray and looks like they might be 115 years old, who is also smoking a cigar. She looks at you all and goes, she looks at you all and is like, why don't we let the young woman go first? I know that I'm looking, and she looks kind of at her card, and she's like, you all are in trouble, and she moves in. Or you all are in trouble, though. Belladonna, you set the tone. What do you bid, and what do you say?
I think Belladonna doesn't say anything. Maybe raises her eyebrows at being addressed so directly, and slides just a single copper across for the first game.
Okay. Both the lion and the woman call that copper, as I assume Scratch would too. It's pretty low in entry bet. Lion looks at all of you and goes, "You're in trouble." As does and the older woman looks and says, "You say that every hand." And rolls herself, meets it. Esther, give me 5 D12, if you would, please.
I'm in this too.
Yeah, you can roll your D12 as well now, Mwezi-Mwezi.
Do you need them individual or the
You don't
total?
need to tell me. I don't need to know. Because this game is very much, it's based off your hand. So you are looking at your initial hand, again, standard kind of basic poker stuff, minus flushes and everything. But and everything. And so, based off your initial 5-card hand, what does Esther put into bid?
Esther will put in 5 copper.
5 copper. Okay. Then we bounce back to or Esther. Are you going to re-roll any of your dice? You don't need to tell me. You can roll either 1, 2, or 3 dice. You don't need to tell me what your results are. You just need to tell me how many you're re-rolling.
I'm gonna reroll one of them.
All right. The others all pony up 5 copper. We go back to Scratch. Copper ante is, of course, to you. Initially, you have the ability to raise if you want to. Neither of the others did, though. So it would be to you to raise. You got your initial D20 roll. What does Scratch do?
Scratch will raise 5 copper.
So for raise for to a total now of 6 copper, or a total of 5?
Yep.
Total of 6.
Total of 6.
5 copper to Belladonna. Do you also put in 5 copper? The benefit of you both gambling at the same table is that the winnings could easily be divided, maybe.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she'll call that. She won't raise, but she'll call 5 copper.
The rest of the table calls. I'm going to have Belladonna and Scratch roll your deception checks now, but I don't need them quite yet. Mwezi-Mwezi, you got your initial 5d12. What do you roll? Or how many do you re-roll, or do you re-roll any?
I am going to re-roll 3 of them.
3 of them. Okay, so you re-roll 3 of them.
Shit. Yep.
You don't have to tell me the results, but now, Mwezi-Mwezi, as no one else has raised on Esther's initial 5 copper bid, Mwezi-Mwezi, do you call it, or do you do you call it, or do you raise?
Hold on, I'm thinking. Okay. Oh, I am no good at games. Just like, I already had to call, right? Can I fold?
Yeah, you can fold.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, no good at these games.
All right. Because Mwezi-Mwezi, you can roll in Mwezi-Mwezi and Esther, you can roll insight, perception, nature, and what have you. But because you folded Mwezi-Mwezi, I'd like you to do it with whatever you choose to roll for like sensing out these other people here at the table. Roll it with advantage. Esther, you just roll flat.
21.
Okay. We're back to the top of the round. We're back to Belladonna. Belladonna, what was your deception check?
7.
All right. Give me a D6. You don't have to tell me the result of it. You just give me that D6. And then based off that, multiplied to your initial D20 roll here, what do you bid?
Belladonna is, if it was possible, paler than normal and shaking, and she will silently fold.
All
Push her
right,
card
Belladonna folds.
center of the table.
Scratch, you can
Looking
also roll your
visibly
6
shaken.
multiplier, your D6.
Okay.
Esther, it is now you. You know what your hand is. What you got a 21 on perception. You can tell that the other 2 players have decent-ish hands. Again, you're not playing against their hands. You're just playing to a flat bonus. This is more about, could you get more money out of this, out of them on it. They have middling hands. Neither of them are too strong. Neither of them are too weak. They obviously are both looking to, they both feel like they're not going to fold because you got over a D20. But you don't know how rich the pot can get at this point. You've already bid 5. So there's already 15 copper in the pot. What do you open up with?
Do I have to bet?
You can
here?
check.
Yeah, I'll just check then. That's fine.
All right. Roy bids 5, which will force you to call 5 if you want to stay in. 5 copper.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's
Okay,
do
so
it.
now there's 30 copper in the pool and everything. Scratch, we're back to you based off your multiplier and everything. And what did you get for your deception check?
I got a 5.
Okay. That may or may not be in your favor.
So I like to think I'm not 100% sure what this is for. I'm assuming poker face.
yeah.
If it is poker face, Scratch is like barely suppressing a smirk.
Okay. All that. Scratch, the woman, do you raise at this point? Do you add in? Do you check? What do you do?
Scratch raises a further 5 to a total of
Further 5.
11.
11. All right. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 25, 24. The woman across from you is like, and folds immediately. But the lion looks at you and it's like, oh, all right, kitten. I see that a couple of us are a bit more ferocious than the others at this table. I gotta know what you got. And but they don't just call your 5; they raise you another 5.
Ooh. Okay. Scratch calls the 5.
Okay, so
Or I guess
yeah,
raises it.
it
I would
brings it
raise
up to
again?
10. Yeah, unless you want to raise
Oh, I
again,
see.
they've given you the opportunity to keep re-raising them.
What's the total right now?
So the total right now is, if for you to call, it would put the pot at 34. For you to raise, obviously, it's whatever over that.
Okay. Let's raise it to an even 40.
Even 40.
Yeah.
Even 40. He calls you on this.
All right.
And he goes, Scratch. What does your 6? What is your D6 multiplied by your D20 total out to?
76.
That is high. He goes, he got a 14 and a 4, which is only 56 or 50. 56. And so he goes, well, I'll be damned. I could have sworn I would have had you. I thought that smirk was a trick. And now I know sometimes feline house cats can be honest. Scratch, you make another 40 copper or 4 silver at this. Belladonna, you're down 1 whole copper, I believe, maybe. Mwezi-Mwezi, you're not down any.
No, I raised it.
Oh, you raised, and so you're down 2.
I called.
You called on the raise, so you're down 6. Mwezi-Mwezi, you're only down the initial buy-in, so you're down 5 copper. Esther, what did you get, or what did you get on your hand?
I had 2 pair. I'm trying to find where the dice thing. I just had it. How do you see the old?
I believe you. It's in the game log. But I'm not. If you rolled it on D&D Beyond, which is kind of up to the top right, and it's an expand out foldable thing. It's like 3 lines, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's next to the play button.
someone else
hover
can
over
see.
it.
I believe it was an 11, a
Okay.
pair of 11s, a pair of 5s, and a 4 that I
Mhm.
re-rolled into a 9.
Yep.
Very, very
Exactly.
strong hand. Face cards over 5s. That is a 3 times multiplier. Your pot was, because you raised them up, correct? Did you raise them up?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you raised them
I,
up another
I put
5.
in 10 total.
You put in
Yeah.
10 total. And so,
Mhm.
Esther, you collect 35 35 up. I'm not going to worry about doing the math on what you bid versus what you collect. Just add the total number to it. We'll call it good. We'll call it rounding, just to keep my brain tame on this. So you end up winning the pot 35. So you have three silver and 5 gold more than you had. All right. Now I would like everyone here to roll a wisdom save. And for Belladonna and Mwezi-Mwezi, you roll it with advantage. And for Scratch and Esther, you roll it flat.
Interesting. Wisdom save. Okay. 11.
21.
21.
19.
Everyone but Scratch, and this is kind of funny. Everyone but Scratch here feels a sensation, like a rush of dopamine, like an energy drink just hit you. Man, this is a great time, and you should continue gambling with this great time. You feel you notice it as it comes on. Scratch, it's been a great time. You're up a lot of money for the day so far. This has been the best evening in Barovia you've had so far. Food's good, booze is good. You're smoking a free cigar.
Yeah. Might
Everyone
just
seems
stay here forever.
everyone seems super friendly. What did the 3 others do, knowing that you sense that rush as a very conscious sensation as it comes upon you? So you still feel like the urge, but you're not as compelled. You're conscious of it.
So Mwezi is gonna freeze and just go, okay, I will stay near you, Esther, but I cannot play the game right now. I need to be looking, I'll keep an eye on it.
Well, that is honestly just perfect because I was thinking I might roll in another hand. And she is absolutely not going to give up this seat at all. She can like feel the presence of her like husband behind her and like hearing like a familiar laugh and like his chatting. She is staying in this seat no matter what.
What about Belladonna?
I think Belladonna, for context, I rolled a 1 and a 2 for my hand. Belladonna had the worst hand I think she's ever seen
Ooh.
and will excuse herself from the table. Like, I do not think I have been gambling in quite a while. I don't know that it is my taste anymore. I do not have my card partner, and this is very different game. I'm going to see if there's any familiar faces. This is not my first gambling hall in Vallaki. And I think she'll get up and see if she knows anybody. Do a quick or not so quick lap.
Belladonna, give me a history check on that for if you happen to catch anyone familiar. All right. So now
18.
18. I will address that. Scratch, what are you doing not noticing that the gambling? Are you just going to continue gambling?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
And she's also gonna try and chat up the lion, get his name, and be like, "Hey, where are you from?"
All right.
Oh my god.
Scratch and Esther, I'm going to have you all give me, and you can put it in chat. I want you to give me a total amount that you're going to gamble. And then I want you each to give me, Esther, you're going to give me perception's your better stat, right? Because it's wisdom based.
Yes.
So this is per hand.
Against what?
What?
Perception or what was
Insight.
the other option? Actually, my insight's higher.
Insight. Okay. Insight for then insight for you and insight for you, scratch. It's still got to be deception for you. So put into the chat this is per hand, the total amount, then the total amount, and then roll a based off that roll. If your result is a 15 or above, roll a d20 with advantage. If your result is 14 or below, or 14 to 6, roll flat. If it's 5 or below, roll with disadvantage. And that's how we're going to resolve your rounds of gambling. Now that you have the mechanic of the game and kind of what the flow of the games are, to do so. And you can always press your luck if you want to. I'll let you on any hand re-roll your like d20 result, but your re-roll will always be with disadvantage, and it will double the amount that you're gambling. So you put what you gamble, your perception or your insight or deception roll, and then use your insight or deception roll to be the defining factor of whether you roll your d20 kind of luck check with advantage, flat, or disadvantage. Well, that's happening. We'll start with Scratch. No, we'll start with Belladonna. They were top of initiative. Belladonna, you get an 18 on history. You recognize. We'll go with. You recognize this person over. Let me move to the little Q-tip. This person over at this table here. Dark brown skin, black braids, kind of. You've seen them. You're not like friends with them, but you've seen them repeatedly as a customer. But it's been a couple years since you've seen them at the meadery.
So as a customer, but not at other gambling halls?
No, not in another
I'm
gambling hall.
looking for people I know from Vallaki.
From Vallaki specifically. Oh, okay. From Vallaki with an 18 specifically.
Like I'm looking for my contacts. I'm looking, for.
Oh, okay.
I'm still here on business.
As you wander around,
I'm looking for those kind of contacts.
as you wander around, this gentleman over here with the kind of longer gray beard, kind of up closer to the stage, that's drinking and watching the music, and is one of the contacts you know. And then you didn't catch him when you came in because you were distracted by Scratch. The gentleman at the table that's closest to the entryway with the little like hat, the like kind of half orky goblinoid looking guy with the big nose. Those are the two gentlemen that you recognize from Vallaki that you might recognize from not so much like people whose names you know, essentially, from various things and you've gambled with before.
Okie dokie. I might make my way over here then and see if I can't join in at this table.
Yeah, and they're not gambling there. They're just chatting and talking. You don't recognize the person with the, like, longer, almost pixie style elf ears. But you do recognize this gentleman. This man's name is Ford. And you recognize Ford. Ford's been around. You've seen Ford at multiple like gambling events at places of ill repute. However, Ford looks like a respectable professor. Respectable professor. He has big like he has big patches on his jacket, on his elbow, jacket energy. Very kind of like erudite sort of note to him, and he goes,
Yeah.
Oh, it was...
Well, if they're not gambling, I will do a vibe check before just inviting myself to the table if not playing a game, and see what the. If they're having,
well,
like,
you
an
don't have to
intense
do too much when
I
you
won't just
kind of get
take
into
time.
easy sight of him. He goes, Well, is that Belladonna? It's been a minute since I've seen you. Maybe like a year or so? 6 months on a
Yes.
year?
Something of that. Yes, I believe almost exactly now.
Oh,
How have you been,
have a
folks?
seat.
May
Have a
I
seat.
sit?
Yes, of course, of course. Pour yourself from the pitcher. It's just the cheap stuff, but so you're welcome to order something else. But pour yourself from the pitcher. Pleasure to see you. I didn't expect to see you run into you here. Of course, I don't expect to run into most down here. Um.
Yes. Well, I always find my way in these sorts of places.
Um. And
And she'll pour from the pitcher.
so how are you doing? How are you and your partner been doing? And you and JP, how
Well,
you been? What you been up to?
I have been. Well, him mostly the dying, and me mostly the dealing with the logistics of all of that,
What?
which is why I am in Vallaki.
JP passed? Wow, when did that happen?
Yeah, and she will, if Neptune go on the full story and tell the long version.
Mm-mm. And give me an insight check.
Insight check. I will, and to be more specific, I'll give the long but palatable version, the can tell on the street version, and I will kind of try to pick up on whether or not he's picking up on the subtext of that. Nine. So
As far as you can
I
tell with
think
the
she's
9,
trying to pay attention, but becomes very shaken and is not paying very close attention.
he reaches over and like hesitates a little bit, but eventually kind of like slowly like puts a hand on your hand. He genuinely seems shocked and concerned for you, empathetically so, when you tell him this. And with the 9 insight, obviously you as the player know that you don't know, but as far as Belladonna is concerned, this man is reading like anyone else you've told this tale to, or this version of the tale to, or just anyone that you would tell that like knew JP. I wouldn't say he and JP were like friends, but you know someone, um, uh, 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 and everything as you regale this tale. Let's go to. We're just gonna merge Scratch and Esther's turns. Um, uh, uh, I see that Scratch did a 50 copper bet and Esther did a 10 copper bet. So first roll your respective Scratch deception, Esther insight.
I got a nat 20.
Beautiful. It's very good.
Could I forego my skill check and simply take all of my luck checks at disadvantage due to the fact that Esther is not paying attention to this game at all?
Yeah. Esther, give me, or both of you give me your respective kind of like D20 bets. Scratch, because you got a nat 20. Roll with advantage, and then based off of that, you can choose to re-roll one of your lower of the 2 die. You basically get double advantage.
Nice. All right. Okay. Got my roll.
Scratch, what did you get?
I got an 18.
18. All right. With a nat 20, are you sticking with 18? That's because you can, or did you basically roll 3d20, I suppose?
Yeah. I
Okay.
essentially rolled 3d20. My first roll was the highest.
18. And then Esther, what did you get?
4.
4. Esther, you unfortunately with that, you lose your 10 copper. 10 copper, your hand's bad. Everything's bad about it. Everything's bad about it. You quickly know you're barely paying attention, but you quickly recognize in your cards, you're like, there's nothing here. Scratch, since you bet 50 copper, there are 3 players at the table. So that's 50, 50, 50, and then we're going to go with 50, 50. Scratch, you end up pulling in 3 gold from that one hand because you got your nat 20
Nice.
deception, and they definitely called you. And one of them raised you. The Leonin lion-looking fellow goes, God damn, I didn't realize that. I thought you look like a cat, but you play like a shark. Pleasure to meet you. What's your name?
My name's Scratch. What's yours?
Oh, my name's Bancroft.
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 That's a good name. Where's that name from?
Well, I mean, that man's born and bred here in Vallaki.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bancroft. Been here all my life. Just like my father before me and his father before him. I imagine you're from out of town based off of your lack of eloquence in your speech.
Yeah, something like that. That's real surprising to hear. You're the first catfolk, I guess, that I've met here.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I was the only one.
Been here for a long time. Of course, we ain't native to Vallaki. We came through a couple hundred years ago, but moved in, as you will, immigrated, and then, as you might expect, had to stick around for a bit. But we were a large pride before then, so no trouble keeping that around. Most of us folk end up usually marrying outside, and therefore end up losing a bit of our more beastly expressions, if you will. But hell,
Understandable.
how long you in Vallaki for?
I don't know, at least a few days. There's a fair coming through town. That looks interesting. Might catch that.
Oh yeah, Blazing Sun. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That should. Well, hopefully it'll be a hoot this time. God, I haven't attended one of those in a long time. Of course, I'm always busy.
Where do you... Oh, okay. Are you busy this weekend? Maybe we could catch it together.
I mean, I would very much delight to tour you around Vallaki if you like. Yeah, when they kick us out, we can head on in. Head on in, though. Still might be a little whiles before I make it out of this place. I have a tendency to linger.
Well, if we end up leaving before you, we're staying at the Blue Water Inn, and she kind of, just asks for Scratch at the desk or whatever.
Will do. You can also head over to my my estate. It's up in North Vallaki, kind of near the lake. Makes sense. Well, with my line of business being farming and seeding and making sure there's plenty of fish coming out that lake for the town.
Okay. Got the state and the job and everything.
Give me a history check, Scratch.
Alrighty. That is an 8.
Okay. We're gonna move from Scratch to Esther. Esther, you and Mwezi-Mwezi have been having a little bit of conversation here and there as you're kind of playing and distracted and everything. But eventually, because Mwezi-Mwezi has said your name a few times, eventually this gentleman behind you gets up and he's gonna go. He says, "Oh, I'm gonna go get some food, but I'll be back in a couple hands. A couple hands. And he gets up and he overhears it and he looks over and he goes, and he walks up and he's casually walking up toward Esther, Mwezi-Mwezi. Is there anything that you do? He's like here and he's moving to here or here. And he's going to move to the spot between you and Esther.
This is such a character decision, not me. Or he's just going to stick out their hand and like push him back from Esther. Not so fast.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. Hi. Henry, right?
And
Yeah. Hi, my name's Henry. Pleasure to meet you.
I am Mwezi-Mwezi.
Oh, yeah. Good to meet you, Mwezi-Mwezi. Oh, I was just gonna go over to your friend over there. It's so rare that I hear the name Esther. I used to be married to an Esther. It's my wife's name. Wait, still married to an Esther. Yeah, I'm still married to an Esther. It's my wife's name.
Esther's completely face down in her cards, attempting to not be seen.
Sister Esther, I don't think you can hide from this. I am here if it will be okay.
It's nice to meet you. My name's Esther. Your wife's name, huh? Uncommon.
Yeah, we've been together for 5-6 years, something like that. Yeah, like after I'm done here, I know she's busy at the at work, but after I'm done here, I was gonna take some of my winnings, go buy her something nice, and everything. But yeah, I've just never met an Esther before. Oh, you're a Morning Lord follower.
Yep, absolutely. And praise be.
Oh,
And blessings.
well, praise be and blessings to you, Light of Lathander. But I hope the Light of Lathander finds you. All right. Well, it was nice meeting you. I hope you're lucky in cards. Sorry for bothering you. It's crazy. It's me and Esther, and they're also Lathander follower, and he just kind of walks off. And you, Esther, how does it feel to look at the spitting image of the last day you saw Henry?
Esther turns to Mwezi-Mwezi, goes, I'm going to go throw up really fast. And she just immediately turns around in her chair, and just completely throws up. Apologies to everyone else at the table that she's currently gambling at. And she turns back around to Mwezi and goes, so was I awkward? Was that weird? It was probably fine, right? I said perfect words.
Sister Esther, do not worry. Vikos was very, very mean to you. But this proves Sister Scratch was not listening to me. The ghost. That is one of the dead husbands, right?
It was, well, yes. One of, we could say, number one, that might be the very best one, actually. And it is. Did you say define that?
He's a fine man.
Oh, yes.
Define how this cisgendered man is a good husband. I suspect lies.
And just so fair. Well, he might have been, quite possibly, if we're putting it blankly, the love of my absolute life. Take it from me far too early and all that. And if Mwezi is paying attention to Esther's body language at all, she is simply just rubbing over the ring finger on her left hand, like nervously, like an old tick that's never like quite left her.
Okay, I'm going to do an AM check on this. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. So now what should I understand this, Esther. I can sometimes be quite very hard. Very, very hard.
Well, and also here's the thing. Maybe if we could just not tell everybody else that, that man might know me and might also be my dead spouse. I was just like, I just like to keep on the down low. He
Down
knew
low.
a very different me, if so to say.
Down low. Down low. It will be kept on the down low.
Perfect. And I'm confident that you know what I'm saying.
Yes, do not tell anyone.
Yes, you've got it. I was only slightly concerned that you might think you could tell people at a low volume.
No. The down low. The down. I understand common. I've spoken common most of my life.
Oh, perfect. Wonderful.
Not
Well,
be
this has been
different.
great.
All of you having your conversations, playing your cards, having these moments and everything, you hear the band shift songs. I had a whole song for this. I'm very mad that the KQ FM shift songs slightly, and everyone's like, and suddenly people at the table start collecting their various coppers and silvers and pocketing them, and such. And the servers all bring out several rounds of drinks for everyone, and they don't ask you, you get handed them. If you're not standing at a table, they hand them to, or sitting at a table, they hand them to you directly. Otherwise, and they're little shot glasses filled with purple liquid, and you all overhear, no perception necessary. It's like different people being like, all right, now we're into the business of the night and everything. Everyone make a appropriate thinky roll about the little purple fluid of shot glass that you see everyone else taking down very, very quickly.
14 insight.
18 survival. Trying to judge based on for inorganic parts of the poison or something like that.
I got 21 perception. Scratch is kind of looking at it, and she's also kind of with a low voice to the lion. I already forgot his name.
Bancroft.
Bancroft, that's right. Hey, Bancroft, what is this? She's acting like she's gonna shoot it, but still.
Oh, this is what we're all here for. What did Belladonna get?
21 survival, leaning on her alchemy and poison background brewing.
Oh, this is what we're all here for. All of you, minus Esther, get the vibe that this has some sort of transmutation magical property to it. You don't know what. Nobody's cast identify magic. It's not a poison. Nobody visually changes after they take shots of it or anything like that. Everyone else, including the performers and the serving staff, all do drink a shot of it, drink their respective shots. Esther, I'm not going to force you to take a shot of it. This was not like a saving roll. You just don't know anything about this. But I will say, a strange drink was put in front of you. It's totally player choice on what you think Esther would do here. Esther takes a shot.
Absolutely, every time.
All right. So the other three do not take this. You're all seeing everyone, and then in Mwezi-Mwezi, do you want to try?
Belladonna will take the shot. She just sniffs it first.
Oh, okay.
I'm not crazy.
You're taking the shot?
Be cautious.
Okay.
I'm going to take the shot, but the way I'm going to take it is to pull it into my mouth and wait for aha, if I just spit it out now. This is a terrible plan, but it occurred to me. And
so you're holding it in your mouth. And the rest of the group have all drank their shot. Okay.
Yes.
You all take your shots. I need
Pure DMT.
a Constitution or Wisdom saving throws, player's choice from the three people that have actually taken the shot.
All right, I'm gonna go with con. 18.
18, okay.
9.
I'm also going con. 21.
With a 9, Esther,
Third 21.
good tasting shot. And Mwezi-Mwezi in your mouth, it does taste good. It doesn't taste like alcohol. It tastes like a mixed berry sort of almost like a
It's Robitussin.
you
Yeah.
mixed berry, almost almost like a cider, a mixed berry cider. And Scratch with an 18, you know, and you know that if you wanted to, you could reach into your pocket and pull out a number of little purple like stones, like not even stones, like little glass pieces, almost like purple counters would be in like Magic the Gathering or D&D, where you'd have those little like purple counters. You feel it in your pocket, and you can suddenly feel it, and you know that it is attached to you somehow. Like something about you is in these, and something about these is part of you.
Oh, okay. I think I see
Belladonna with a 21. This is about time. It's almost like life force. You don't know why you know this. You don't know how you know this. Maybe your connection is able to help encourage you. Maybe you're being fed information subconsciously. These are connected to the time that you have and the time that you're willing to spend on this life in Barovia.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you for free with 21. Yours, Belladonna, everyone else's that you see that pull these out onto the table and everything, all of them are purple. Yours are green.
Joker colors.
Classic Joker gems.
Yeah, I bet that was the whole point. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And with the 21,
And
you
with
immediately
that-
know that everyone got it. So you know that Scratch got it. You know that Scratch could have done this. You know that Esther could have done this. You know Mwezi-Mwezi could have done this. But you know that people are beginning to pull out tokens in which to gamble time.
Interesting.
Okay.
I shall play one
Very
game,
strange.
at least a hand. See how that goes. Now, what I'm curious about, do we each have different amounts since it's linked to our lifetime?
You'd have to ask each other. You're kind of all spread out.
Okay,
And Mwezi-Mwezi hasn't officially imbibed it yet. So
that's true. Yeah.
Do I know what these are?
nope. Everyone just starts bringing out purple tokens, and you have them, and you realize you have them in your pocket, and you're like, oh, they must have given me some when I came in. Maybe while you were throwing up. It's been a very distracting time for Esther, but you just have them, and everyone starts trading coin for these.
Can I see them?
Can you? Yeah, you can see them.
The tokens. And is there anything that I notice about them, like especially?
No,
Or do I just think they're
you didn't
tokens?
roll high enough on the understanding what
Yeah.
what they are. But you do know that you don't have any right now. You pat yourself down. Everyone sees Esther has them, but you don't.
Then I am going to quasi discreetly, as in Mwezi is trying to be discreet as you can to spit out something on the floor, but yeah, he's going to spit it out.
Give me a
Just
And-
spit it
Glass.
into the vomit, and no one will notice.
No,
It's a
no.
convenient pile of mouth filth already on
give
the
me a
floor.
sleight of mouth check, please.
Just act like you're sniffing the puke.
Human form.
Yeah, so, just like
13.
You manage to release the fluid without anyone paying any note to it. You don't know if anyone caught it, but your sleight of mouth check seems to have passed.
Okay.
Can I look over and see if the other two people that are in my party are pulling purple tokens out of their pockets?
It'd be perception with disadvantage if it was scratch. Oof.
So,
And at this point, too, Belladonna, once she kind of realizes what these are, she will excuse herself from this table and probably make her way back around here to talk to Mwezi and Esther. I can see Mwezi doesn't have tokens, right?
Yeah.
Or at least not.
Not out, at least.
Okay. I don't know.
Avoid stepping in the vomit.
Sister Belladonna, I am so glad to see you. I don't think it's ghosts anymore, but it is some type of witchcraft going on or something.
Well, it may have something to do with our new currency here. These are. Can you sense it?
I see the
Esther, these
currency,
are
but it
tied
is,
to our life force. This is. I think it is
I
time we must
cannot
spend.
lie.
I think this is why people. I think this is why the people here linger. If you lose too many of these, you are forced to spend your time here.
why are yours green?
I have no idea.
Interesting. Another follow-up question for you. So these are life things. It gives you more time to live here?
I have told you what I know. I can sense that this is tied to my sense of time here. And I am putting together just from other things going on. That is what I think is happening. I don't know if it is here in Barovia or if it is here in this room, but these tokens are a promise of your time.
Wonderful. Well, if you will excuse me, I am off to the bar. I'm just feeling so thirsty right now. And I am going to go try and find Henry to try to give him as many of my life tokens as I possibly can.
Okay.
oh no.
oh,
Scratch.
I don't think this is actually a nice thing you're doing, but I want to believe.
Scratch, what are you doing?
Scratch is so Scratch kind of knows. She thinks she has an idea, but her she gets the sense that it's connected to her being, but
Yeah.
she assumes that these are like pieces of her soul or something like that.
Mhm.
And she just kind of like looks around and like everybody seems to have some at the table, and she's like, all right, I'll play a round to be polite. She's not saying this out loud. She's just thinking, I'll play around to be polite, but then I'll excuse myself. So she'll play one game.
Okay, Scratch, you have on hand, we're going to say more than 50, less than 100 tokens.
Cool.
How many do you bet? And then it's going to be you're playing the same game, so the system's
Yeah.
going to work the same.
Yeah. Hope my D20s don't fuck with me. I'm
Now's
gonna
the time.
say 5.
Okay, so you put in 5. Roll your deception check.
I'm willing to spend 5 years of my life here. Let's see. Where did my good D20s go? Damn it. Terrible time to lose them. Oh, there they are. All right. Okay. I got my D. Oh wait, this is deception.
Yeah.
All right, 17 deception.
Okay, so you're above 15, so you get to roll your luck check with advantage. So
Excellent. Fuck me. Oh, okay. Excellent. Perfect.
what was your luck check?
19. Everything's coming up scratch at the gambling tables tonight.
Nope. And no.
And honestly, the streak is the only reason Scratch was like, yeah, sure, let's, do a hand.
Scratch. You you collect 20 new tokens.
Damn, okay.
20 new tokens from the
Scratch-
table.
So, like, Scratch is stoked about winning. She feels a little uneasy about, like, winning big off of what she assumes to be, like, pieces of people's souls. So she's like, okay, we'll play one more, because she's going to try and do the thing where she tries to throw it to just, like, give a little back. She's like, I'll bet 2.
Okay. 2. Give me another deception check. And you can force
All right.
yourself to have disadvantage here.
Okay. All right. Forcing myself to have disadvantage. I had a 60 on that one and a 5. Okay, so that's a 5.
Okay, so you're going to roll your luck check with disadvantage now.
All right. Oop, damn it. Lost that one. 11.
All right. I'm going to have players do this so that we're entirely above board, since Scratch is trying to not have this succeed. Courtney, can you give me a D20, and JC, can you give me a D20 roll and tell me what the results are?
I'm using my bad die.
Rolled an 18.
Okay.
10, just flat roll.
Okay. Scratch, subtract a total of 4 of those life tokens away from you. So you now have 14 more than you had originally, but you did give them as since you decided you wanted to fumble this, who do you want to win this hand as a player for?
But damn it. Bancroft, of course.
Bancroft. Bancroft is like, finally earning some of this back. Gosh, dang. And eventually you are able to, now that you've lost, have a good excuse to step away from this.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, so Scratch is
Oh, go on.
Scratchio. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Scratchio is like, oh, it's been pretty late, or it's been a lot of fun. It's great meeting you, Bancroft. I'll definitely swing by your estate sometime, maybe tomorrow or the day after or something, or maybe just swing by to pick you up before the fair. But we gotta get going. Pleasure meeting y'all. Have a good night. And she excuses herself from the table. Steps over to Esther.
So Esther walked over to the bar and beelined it for the bar. Did Mwezi-Mwezi and Belladonna follow Esther?
Oh, yes. I would, yes. I'm
Sure, everyone's bar. I don't want to be left out.
Okay.
being ever faithful.
Esther, how do you approach Henry?
I'm gonna like visibly hesitate and then just like tap him on the shoulder, and be like, "Hi, it's me from earlier.
Oh, hello, Miss Esther.
Hi, it's so nice to see you again at the bar versus the table. You know what I'm saying. Just curious, wondering. So I just reached into my pocket, first time here. Did the fun little shot. And could you maybe, what are these?
Oh, well, those are the tokens.
And they are, and in more specifics.
Well, we want to earn as many tokens as we can.
Perfect. And are they money?
No, they're what lets us get back out there.
And by out there, you mean per se where?
The- the- back to the physical world. Back to life.
Oh, okay, wonderful. And how many do you have?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I've been playing slow and steady, so I only need to earn another like 35, 40 more, and then I can get back out there.
How many do I have in my pocket?
Esther is a human, right?
Yes.
You have. Give me a D. Give me a 2d20 and add them together.
I'm living forever. 31.
You have 31 tokens.
I look at my 31 and I say, well, you know what I think would be so fun, and I bet your wife would love it. If we played a one-on-one game, and you could say that you played a hand with an Esther who is a follower of the Morning Lord.
Give me a persuasion check.
17.
It's pretty good, pretty good. While you're saying this, Scratch and Belladonna, you're watching Esther approach this random man. A random man, and offering to do this. Belladonna, you know what these tokens are. You're pretty confident at this point, especially after Henry speaks with them. You know that these tokens are like not necessarily yours seem tied to you, but it seems like they're winning and exchanging them. These are life, like this is life energy basically. And Esther is offering to gamble one-on-one with this man. Do you either of you say or do anything?
I would love to make an insight check
Hmm. Go for it.
here. Knowing, having known Esther as long as I have, very out of character,
Hmm.
and 14. And I'm wondering if Belladonna senses anything maybe familiar.
Sunfire, what? I'm gonna leave this entirely up to you on whether you want to roll against this or if you're too distracted to roll against it.
Esther has been given a chance and is absolutely reeking of desperation for this man to take up her offer, and I don't think she's hiding it very well at all.
What emotion or emotions are like most forefront in Esther's face in this moment that Belladonna can see?
I think Belladonna would recognize in the similar way that Belladonna just experienced herself, seeing the specific handwriting in the book, and that like moment of shock and awe of hearing slash like seeing a voice you haven't in a long time. I think that's so very clear and evident, like forefront in Esther's face, and just behind that is like a very self-destructive hope.
I think, has Henry reacted yet, or is he pretty flummoxed?
He's a little bit flummoxed as he starts being like, I appreciate that, but like that's not normally. You have to. I mean, normally it's anyone can play, and you can earn more if more people play.
Just fun, just between two friends. And, then you don't have to split any winnings or anything.
I mean, like it's your decision if you're not looking to leave anytime soon, sir. We can go grab we can find a spot to play if you want, and befuddlement on Henry's face, but nothing beyond that as far as like he just seems genuinely.
That's fine for Esther. She'll take his arm and start walking over to any table that he leads her to, and just breathing in the smell of her husband, her one and possibly only love, and she's just enjoying this like 10-second walk over to a table.
Because you
I
said
think
that.
before she actually
Oh, okay.
leaves,
Okay. Yeah.
if Belladonna can interrupt very quickly. Oh, thank you very much. You get the table. We will still get the drinks. We have not gotten our beverages yet. We will meet you over there to set up for your game. And I'll lean in and try to be as quiet as possible so only Esther hears, even though we're all clustered very closely. And whispered to Esther, "Trust me, Esther. I know exactly what it would mean to give every one of those tokens for that person there. But now that we know where he is, we cannot lose ourselves to the thing that took them. We
But
have to
maybe
stay focused."
right, and I'm sure we're on a very wonderful, glorious mission. But have we considered that maybe this is why I was sent back here to this fun new place? Went through a little door, and I'm here, and now I can, help this strange man.
Yes, this random person who means absolutely nothing to you. Absolutely. You can save one person. I will not stop you. But our mission here is to save everybody, him included, and every other person. That means absolutely nothing to anybody else in this room who may also be trapped here. I will let you make that choice, but you might want to think about it.
Esther will grab whatever drink we've ordered at the bar, and she will consider it, and sip on this drink. She'll think over it for a minute.
Yeah, Henry has moved over to this table and is asking them to move so that he can get space for you and him to play directly, and of course your friends. So they all shift and everything. So he is busy occupied. You all can speak relatively freely without worrying that Henry's overhearing it, and kind of like look at him as you do that. Scratch, Mwezi-Mwezi, anything to add here as this happens?
No, not right now. Sorry.
Upon learning like the full deal, overhearing the full deal of how like these tokens work, she like wanders back over to Bancroft and just like, waits for like the hand to finish, and then like, between games she just kind of like nudges him and is just like, "Hey, so how much would you need to get out of here?"
Oh, I need quite a bit. I'm pretty down. I'm about 75 down right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, maybe we'll have to check out that fair another time. It was good meeting you.
Well, hopefully you
Then she
managed to
walks
get
back.
enough.
Well, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully so.
Cold-blooded,
Like, legit, if it was like
brutal.
20 or less or so, I had just given it to him. But like 75, that's like almost all of what I have, almost certainly.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, that's tough, Good luck.
Go on.
As she walks away, she's like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'm sure I do." But now she's concerned. How much do you need to get out? And at this point, she's gonna like wander. She sees like the others are kind of occupied. She's gonna wander over to Roy
Yeah.
and be like, hey, so how much do I need to get out of here? Just
Ro-
bluntly drops it.
Roy
like
just
that.
goes, well, that depends on you. Everyone needs a different amount. We all kind of know it. Do you not?
Is it at least like as much or more than I walked in with?
Oh, certainly more than you walked in with. I mean, you'd have to be a
Okay, all
newborn,
right.
to need to.
How about okay? So now I'm asking for my friends here. What if like they haven't won or lost? I think they're even.
Well, until they get to their amount, they can't go, as far as I know.
How do you know your amount?
Uh, well, and Roy just kind of like looks in the middle distance. Scratch. Give me a pick a high
Triggered him.
stat and roll it with advantage, like a thinky stat, but roll it with advantage.
All right, good. I got high hits. Oh, with advantage. Oh, don't need advantage. That was a nat 20.
Nat 20.
24 total.
You see in this moment, Roy has no idea how much he actually needs. Like what his amount is.
Okay. So Scratch immediately backs off, just like, hey, don't worry about it. I'll. Do you know who I could ask that might know? Is
Oh,
there
I mean, yeah,
like,
I only
who's
need
the
like
proprietor?
32 more, and I'm going to get out. In the moment when you talk to him and ask the first question, and then when you casually talk to him about asking someone else, then he was able to give you a number. And when you talk to Bancroft gave you 75.
Yeah.
But Bancroft looks a little bit older. You don't really know how long any given thing lives, but most people live to somewhere between, naturally die somewhere between 75 and 100. Elves, other species, have a little bit longer of a thing. But when he said 75, and he needs 75 more, and he was down, and so you don't know if that meant that he got down to 25 and maybe didn't need that. But the numbering isn't adding up. The behaviors of how they're responding to you aren't adding up. And then he goes,
Okay.
if you need to, I mean, you could ask, ask Luann. She's the barkeep. She's the one who probably knows the most about everything. She's been here, in theory, the longest.
All right. Okay, yeah, I'll go ask Luann. Hey, thanks, Roy, and good luck. And pats him on the shoulder.
Good
and
luck.
heads over.
Good luck to you too. Um. So that's what Scratch doing. What about Mwezi-Mwezi?
Sister Esther, what should we do? I have not gambled. No, I have. I have paid exactly 5 copper. No,
Yeah.
the copper's fine. Copper's normal. I done that was before. Yeah. What should we do?
Well, how many fun purple beads did you get?
How many? I don't like. I guess I'll check.
You didn't
Like, I
drink
haven't
it. You
been-
have 0.
I don't have any.
Oh,
So
no.
I didn't know. So I'm gonna say he checks like through everything like frantically. I don't have any.
Belladonna, does this mean that Mwezi will die?
Well, we will all die.
True. True and so real, and thank you for the reality check. And she just kind of like patting tears away from her eyes for a second. And she goes, well, I don't know what you two should do, but I know what I should do. And sitting over there at that table, so I'm just gonna, if that's cool.
Good luck, Sister Esther.
And with absolutely no idea except for the fact that it could get him out of there, Esther is going to go over to that table and sit down for cards.
All right. So, Esther, I'm going to have you put in, how many tokens do you put in?
I have 31.
Mm-hmm.
I'm debating on whether put in all of them but one.
He bets
just in
first.
case I
He
immediately
bets
die.
first, so at first you have to call him at 5. He puts in 5.
Oh, I'll put in 5, no problem.
Yeah. So he goes, all right. Okay. Okay. Friendly little 2-person game. I mean, it seems like it's been a while. Like, I know I just saw her a bit ago, but it's nice. It's nice to meet another Esther. She's gonna love this story. She's gonna love this story. Um, uh, I need you. I need you to roll an insight check, and you need to do it with disadvantage on Henry.
18. Pretty high.
With disadvantage, very nice.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. The man that you remember, you're like, okay, I'm gonna make sure he gets this. The man you would remember would in no way let himself take a single token from a woman named Esther that also was about that also followed Lathander and was nice to him and is so much older than he is. And so you know that he is going to tank this, and you find that out after the first thing when he looks at his cards and goes, "Oh, nothing in my hand. I should just fold now," and you get 5 of his tokens.
Right. And I think Esther definitely would have expected that and known that from him.
Mhm.
But if he would think that I was anything like his wife, he would know that one simple hand of cards would not make this very stubborn person give up. So she'll restack the deck and have him deal so that her turn
Yeah, so that she gets
she would
that.
then be able to fold. Yeah. And I would put in 10 of my life tokens. So the 5 that he's given me plus 5 of mine.
All right. Give me a D20 roll, please. With disadvantage.
15.
Sorry. Disadvantage.
14.
Triple A Ron, can you give me a D20 and tell me what's on the die?
13.
That's lower than 14. Esther, you win the second hand. You get 10 more of his life
Can
tokens.
I couldn't have folded even if I saw a good hand.
The idea is, well, actually, yeah, since you went first, it would have dealt to you. Then it would have been, you need him to, you put in 10, then he calls, then it goes back to you. So yeah. So he gets 10 of your life tokens. So you're 5 down now and everything. And he goes, "Oh, looks like my luck's getting a little better. Best of 3?"
Of course, best of 3.
All right. It's your turn
Scratch was at this table.
to
Scratch
deal.
would be joining Mwezi-Mwezi and trying to pull Esther away.
Well, so
No,
I'm
I
going to
mean-
let on this third hand, I'm going to say they've done 2 hands. You all were talking, Scratch went, collected and everything. You're watching Esther gamble with these things. Do the 3 of you do anything about it? Move Esther down to the table.
Wait, do you mean that we're going to die immediately or eventually? Sister Belladonna.
Well, like no, eventually, just in general. Like I've already told you literally everything I know about these tokens. Like it's also my first time here, and it's I mean, Esther's decision to make.
I agree.
I would probably sit up too here, even if I wasn't gonna. I don't
I
know.
thought
I
it was such a nice thing for her to do. It worries if it will mess with the mission or the what we're trying to do.
Indeed it may, but it is not my place. Force her to come along.
You are very wise. Thank you.
Can I do some other? I'd like to examine my tokens more, and again take another look around the room. Is it just the other 3 of my group, or the other 2 of the group whose tokens are purple, or everybody else's tokens?
Everyone
are purple?
else's is purple. Yours are the only one that are green.
And can I make some sort of thinky check,
Yeah.
like an Arcana or
Yeah,
something,
go for it.
to discern? And very specifically, Belladonna suspects it might have something to do with her connection to Patron, if it's something along those lines. 19 Arcana.
19 Arcana. With a 19, I think the thing that you pick up on here, you know that yours are magically different somehow, but they don't seem to be different. They seem connected to your life force. They seem connected to everything here. And then you look around the room. Several of these people cannot have been born or from, like maybe a couple of them that you wouldn't normally clock as native Barovians. But several of them, there's like a turtle-looking one. There's like there's like a pixie-looking thing off in the corner. These are not what you normally see in Barovia. And all of your friends were not from Barovia. And in theory, Henry, who's not from Barovia, also has purple. You're the only one with green.
Okay. And so I'm just a tiny bit confused. Just to clarify, there are some people here that I know are native to Barovia, right?
You know that you know them from Vallaki, that they grew up here. I even said in Scratch's conversation, Bancroft is multi-generational here.
Yeah.
But Bancroft mentioned that his family came in a couple hundred years ago. Barovia's been Barovia for about 400 years under Strahd and everything. You would assume that Ford was Barovian. Like, he doesn't have to not be Barovian. That everyone has had pretty Vallaki localized accents, but except for Henry.
Noted.
Yeah. And so Scratch, you're at the bar. Are you talking with what did I call her? Luann?
Yeah.
Luann? Yeah.
Yeah, Luann. Yeah, it's like yeah. So she walks up and it's like, "Hey, Luann, I was wondering if you could just tell me how much of these things we need to be able to leave?" Well, not we in general. Me specifically, and also my 3 friends.
Well, I can't tell you how many of those things that you need or your friends need to leave, but I can tell you that she squints at you, Scratch.
Yes, I'm a cat.
No, I know you're a cat. It's been a while. You're an outside. I can tell you're not from Vallaki, right?
Uh-huh. I get that a lot.
You're not from Barovia either if you're here. You haven't this your first time?
I'm sorry. I was expecting a number. But yes, it is my first time.
You from the foe?
At this, like, you know the cat body language where they're suddenly paying full attention. And Scratch it like snaps to and it's like, yes.
Oh,
I notice this. I want to be back over to Scratch to hear what she's hearing.
yeah, yeah. Oh, pleasure to meet a fellow Foldian. I don't know what our name would be.
You're from the fold too?
Yeah.
She
I
like
am. I did not.
Where Oh hey, Mwezi-Mwezi. The bartender here is apparently from the fold.
Hi.
Hello.
So I
What will you
understand.
say? What did? How does this do?
I understand why you're okay. So we are all either descended from or first timers like yourself, and I'm guessing if this is this confusing to you, your first
Yes.
time you came in uh breathing, heart beating, right? Yeah, I can tell.
Mhm.
I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both okay.
Scratch
So
checks her
I think-
pulse to be sure.
Yeah, Mwezi checks her pulse at that moment.
yeah, so
Like,
both of you, yeah.
Head down.
Um so you know how nothing can leave Barovia?
Yes, that was the pep.
So
The
I've
pep
heard.
was very helpful.
Everyone in here has decided to contest themselves against the devil, big S, contested themselves against him. Everyone in here has done that at some point. We all kind of came in through like fog or some such and everything, found ourselves here, and whether it was trying to kill him with a sword or organize and everything. So, it would not behoove him if a bunch of us suddenly reincarnated all at the same time. So there's a deal with a deity here. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're called the Night Mother. A deity here that this is sort of like a holding pen for us, so that if we can get enough stones, we get to do it. Now, it doesn't actually seem to be based off of a number as far as I can tell, though I can't guarantee it. But I've been here going on 300 and some odd years. I'm guessing I'm just ballparking it here, a long time. But from
Scratch's tail is swishing like crazy.
yeah,
at this
and
point.
everything. So I've been
He
stuck
needs to
here
get
for a
the fuck
while.
out.
But I don't gamble that much because I don't want to go back out there. I get food here, I get drink here, I get entertainment here. I have friends here. So I'm fine. But the rest seem, to want to get back out there. But if we all go at the same time, that wouldn't be very good, right? How, all these souls reincarnate and we'd eventually figure each other out. And then suddenly Strahd would have an army to deal with instead of just like a handful of people at a time. So,
Wait. We get an army?
I mean, if all of us got out of here, certainly a lot of these people would do it.
Oh,
Hmm. Okay.
And so,
Continue. That's
So
good to know.
it seems to be a little bit random. Like eventually someone just gets kind of picked so that everyone keeps playing. The problem is that they only know it after a certain point in the, I'm guessing, outside calendar. Like a certain hour has to be made. If I was writing, it'd probably be midnight. So from like midnight until like what would be dawn, we all get to gamble with this, and then then everyone just sort of like goes back, ends up having breakfast, feels like they're having the morning, so they forget most of the day. Then they all kind of get like a fuzzy version of what's going on. They remember themselves up to their most recent life, and a couple of them have even come through a second time. And so a couple of them are 2-timers or 3-timers here. But yeah. So this is, these are the former non-Barovians and such. And it seems like if you were here when the devil became in charge of it and the curse happened, you don't go here. You just recycle. But if you came in after that point, that's when you get sent here.
I see.
is that? Actually, no. Is that why Sister Belladonna has the green tokens?
Green tokens.
Because she is.
She's an alive
Never mind.
Barovian in here?
Maybe.
I
What
guess
would that mean if there were?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I
Then maybe.
mean, your guess is good as
I
mine
do
at
not-
that point. I've never seen
I
that
do not
before.
think we want to stay here much longer. Sister
Oh, you
Strahd.
all
Yeah,
can leave.
So,
You can leave if you're still like living. If you came in here living.
oh, great. Then, okay, great. Well, hey, Luann, it was great meeting you. Thank you so much for chatting. And shit, if we could just come and go, I might swing by and just chat with you later because,
Yeah,
good to
I'm
see a
here.
fellow full
You come anytime between. I'm not exactly sure of the hours, but again, if I was guessing, probably during the daytime or early evening. Just coppers and silvers.
Wait, I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. So if I die in Barovia, this is where I end up?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Unless you make like a pact
Scratches-
with like a demon or something.
Scratches back to feeling great about this place.
Um,
All right. Let's go collect our friends.
Yes.
see if Sunfire comes back. I know their camera is frozen. I don't know if they're not in the call right
Oh.
now.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I'm in the call.
Okay. Esther, you're coming up on your third hand.
Yeah, I
Um,
think just as long as everybody in the area is like talking to people and stuff, Esther's just gonna keep up like old friendly banter, and probably let herself just get a little bit too comfortable with him and just keep gambling our life points back and forth.
So I'm gonna have you roll a flat d20. You don't want. Let me rephrase. If you want him to get more of your life tokens, you want it to be 15 or above. If you want it to relatively stay roughly even, plus whatever you've given it, he's 5 up from this point forward. Roughly even. You don't want to get a 5 or below.
And for a high number, got a 2.
You cannot help just the way the hands keep getting dealt. He starts folding early, so you got to kind of bait him back in, and you just cannot get the luck. You didn't get an at one, and so you're only up 5 tokens from him, but he is definitely still on the losing end as you two talk, and have a conversation, and he goes, it's been real fun having a converse, like having this and meeting you, Miss Esther. But I'm actually better at some of the other games, and if I want to get to my number, I gotta have more people. We're just kind of going back and forth. I'm gonna go to a different table, but it's been really nice meeting you. I hope to see you again.
Yeah, and it's been so wonderful hanging out with you. And maybe I'll come over to one of those other tables and we can gamble together with some others. And Esther will have to be forcibly dragged away from
Yeah.
having to just like follow him.
Yeah, so he starts
No,
leaving.
Sister Esther. we can leave. We came in living. We should leave. If it all goes wrong anyway, we'll be right back here. So let's go.
Yep. We'll have plenty of time to play more games here later.
So
It's easier to fill your friend's pockets slowly if we come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Esther will find any kind of like back with her friends. with just a very heavy sigh and very obvious sadness to be leaving.
So do you all basically twist Esther's arm to leave the place right now while everyone is continuing gambling?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're peer pressuring her heavy.
As the last thing
Like,
that happens. Hey, got a little bit of camera. As the last thing that happens, Mwezi-Mwezi, you step out, no problem. It's the middle of the night when you are as you are leaving. You step out, no problem, no change. You didn't gamble any tokens, and everything. You seem fine. Esther, it wouldn't be super noticeable to you in this moment, but you're 5 tokens up, which means that you're feeling a little bit more hale and hearty than you were when you left, but you're emotionally distraught. So who knows when you're going to pick that up. Scratch, when you
Real quick.
leave.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
go on.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Sure.
Oh no, I'll play it like this. It's fine. It's
Yes.
fine. It's something that I forgot to do, but in character.
You can do something in character. It's fine. You can interrupt us.
No. I'm curious to see what happens. So what? Because very early on, I was thinking like when we were first talking about like the years and all that stuff. Scratch did some quick math in her head and was like, wait, if this is a zero-sum game, then I'm literally walking out of here with some of that and like reducing the ability for like anyone to get out. Anyway, but Scratch forgot about all that. So
always come back.
Yep.
Scratch, when you walk out, you feel way better. Now, part of that is that you're up quite a bit of coin. Part of that is that
yeah.
you found out the good news that if this is the holding pen for the afterlife in Barovia for y'all, it's not so bad. And part of that is the fact that Scratch, physically, you were 14 up. Physically, you are 14 years younger of your prime lifetime. So you're not visually younger, but from puberty to we'll call it, if the average person hits puberty at 15 and starts noticing aging in like their 40s 50s in more significant and being under threat of more mortality than through disease and age and everything, middle portion of your life you are 14. So if that rails you all the way down to you're like killing it at 20, then you're like a 20-year-old. Visually, you're still relatively the same.
Uh-oh.
And
Scratch is feeling like a young cat again.
Young cat. You got young cat energy to you. As
This is the
Belladonna,
last person in the party we need to have more energy.
as Belladonna starts leaving, Belladonna, you have a number of green tokens. A moment of realization hits you as you leave. Because when you step out, nothing changes physically for you. Nothing changes changes as far as age or anything like that. But all of your tokens are still in your pocket. Everyone else has disappeared. You've got. Can I have you please roll me, Belladonna, 3d20 and add the numbers together?
Be wise.
Almost 22.
Belladonna. How old is Belladonna right now, roughly?
Early 30s. Yeah, she's had a hard life. Fuck off.
No, that's fine.
No, I was doing the oof on the math.
No, this is what's heartbreaking. Belladonna, if these are life force tokens and they represent some concept of like years or something like that, 22 would be sad for a lot of people. Maybe not quite as sad for you. Maybe people in Barovia just come back. It's heartbreaking when you count up and realize that you have 122 tokens. And that if you don't do anything about it, you're going to spend 122 more years without him. A lot. How that could happen, how someone could in Barovia no less live that, maybe they fuck around with too many chemicals. Maybe they're pickling themselves on the inside and don't understand it. There's a number of reasons, preservatives that could happen, but you need to do something. But also, there's still an energy to these. And we're going to find out maybe more about what that energy is and why Belladonna has so many tokens and what maybe those tokens could amount to in the next session. Thank you all for joining my Purgatory Casino in the bottom of Vallaki for the heroes and offspring of heroes of Barovia, or failed heroes of Barovia. Thank you so much. I know we're running late, so it's gonna be at Chimerror on Black Sky. It's gonna be at AAA Run here on the YouTubes, and I can't remember if you post on Blue Sky or not. It's gonna be at Sunfire D&D over on the TikTok. And where can people find you, Betty Buzzsaw?
You can find me in the Sad Widow Vomit Corner.
The Vomit Corner. So good. And you can find me at Exposure here and other places on the internet. We'll all see you next time when the group get their benefits or detriments and now know that there might be a way that they can maybe get some allies long term. Who knows in this? But until then, see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.